All right, we're live right now. Wake Up 502, 96.1 FM, coming to you live from Homecoming 2025 here with the mighty men of Phi Beta Sigma. Hold up, David, come here for a second. No, come on. You want to U of L's find it? You want to Howard Stellenberger's find it?
Look, he wants to stay in anonymity.
Yeah, he wants to stay in the back. I don't know why. Right there's one of U of L's finest came in, play with Howard Snellenberger. Child Chapter's finest. We're here, like I said, at U of L's Homecoming 2025. Wake Up 502 with the mighty men of Phi Beta Sigma. As you can see, we're here for Tall Chapter's 100th anniversary here in the city of Louisville.
100
That's what we do
years.
right there. 100 years. Drinking beers, killing steers. That's what we do, baby. We go hard to paint 24/7, 365.
Yes, sir. I like it. I love the energy, Haven Harrington.
Man, of course.
Absolutely.
My hair, my bros. Man, how can you not be excited? Homecoming, about to be the week, yeah, I was about to say something. Okay, we got little people around, but about to take on the greatness that is the Boston College. I don't know what the mascot is.
The Eagles. Boston College Eagles.
Haven't been good since Doug Flutie strode the sidelines.
Yeah. It's going down. It's a little overcast day, but it's a beautiful day. Everybody's out. Everybody's getting food. We making plates. Good times, good drinks, good food. Haven, it sounds perfect, dog.
It is perfect. Man. Got my man Kenny over here, Dr. Kenny Shoulders over here on the grill, doing his thing. Look at him. He has a deep fryer, the grill over here.
You know what I'm saying?
Kenny's doing it big. That's how you do it 5 minutes.
Anytime you got the deep fryer out at the tailgate, you know it's going to be a good time.
That's right. You know it's going down. That's how we do here. That's how we do it 5 minutes Sigma. We go all out. We go hard to paint all the time.
Absolutely. So Haven, of course, we're getting ready coming out. Everybody's still riding high, even though they didn't necessarily like what happened last night on the basketball court. But everybody is riding high because of what happened last Friday. Louisville goes down to Miami. They get the win. So this is the next game. This is the game that everybody's been looking for. This is the game that everybody's been waiting for.
Everybody's afraid of.
Everybody's afraid of it.
Because Brom has lost to the worst team in the ACC every year he's been here.
Year one. Louisville has the huge win over Notre Dame. Everybody's excited. They beat down Notre Dame. They go out on the road to Pittsburgh next week. What happens, Haven Harrington?
And lose to the worst team in the ACC. Pitt won one game, and that was us.
Louisville goes out last year, goes down to Clemson, beats down the Tigers for the first time ever. Beat down. Then they head out to Palo Alto, take on Stanford. What happens?
The worst team in the ACC. If they win that game, they're in the hunt for playoffs. And then they lose. Their defense could not stop literally the worst offense ACC.
Yeah, I mean, so, 2 for 2, where Louisville has their big win of the year, and then they immediately go out there and play literally the worst team. And it's very odd that this has happened 3 years in a row, where literally they have a huge win, and then the next week they play the worst team possible. So you think it would be a layup to be able to go out there.
They should be a layup. Because Boston College has one of the worst defenses in the ACC. So you would think.
Yeah.
You would think a team that can't score or stop anybody.
Yeah.
That we should easily win this game.
You would think.
But I'm not gonna.
I was gonna ask. I need a vibe check. Okay, we're T-minus a little bit over an hour, 2 hours before.
Hour and a half
before this thing gets going. How are you feeling? How are the vibes feeling? Are you nervous at all? Or did you see enough last week? And do you trust this team enough? I know it's kind of hard to say trust with a team that's been kind of as Jekyll and Hyde as anybody, but how are you feeling?
It's not the team that's Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
It's the offense that's Jekyll and Hyde. The defense is good. The kicking game is good. The only two weaknesses on this team would be our offense is kind of up and down, and our punt game is horrible.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty good. So,
and I would venture to say the offense is pretty good. It's just
well, the offense is good.
When they're not turning the ball over and letting the other team run back and score touchdowns.
Yes, we're not trying to gift the other team points. Offense is actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
it's not explosive as we've seen in little offense in the past.
Yeah,
but they're consistent.
Yeah,
they're steady.
Absolutely. All right. So let me ask you this. Let's get this breakdown started. So let me ask you, from what you saw against Miami last week, where do you think Louisville needs to start offensively? Like, where does this start with you today? If you're Haven Harrington, the offensive coordinator, and you're like, okay, building off what we had last week, what are you wanting to see Louisville do early to establish positive momentum in this game
To
today?
establish Cardinal dominance is easy. Isaac Brown off tackle to the right, and then let me drag Chris Bell across the formation for an easy completion, and it's rinse, repeat.
Do you feel like because Isaac Brown had the big fumble last week, we know he didn't get back in that game. He was replaced by Keywan Brown down the stretch of that game. Is there any lingering over about that, or do you just give the ball back to him full confidence and just say, go out there and do your thing?
Go out there and do your thing. Give the ball to him. Make him do his thing, because we all know once Isaac Brown gets going, and if he's averaging 7-8 yards a carry like he did against Miami, this Louisville offense is almost impossible to stop, number one. Number two, Miller Moss is so much more comfortable as a quarterback when his run game is there.
Yeah.
When you know that you can hand the ball off on 3rd and 10 and possibly get the first down more often than not, that takes a lot of pressure off you. And as we know, with Miller Moss, if he gets a little pressure, if he feels pressure, he's prone to make decision mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So having a great running game takes the pressure off, makes it easier for him to short pass attack, get the ball in his hands in 3 seconds and less. That is the recipe for offensive victory.
Yeah, I like it. You know, I agree with you. I mean, I think that, you know, it's funny because this team, everybody came into the year looking at Isaac Brown and thinking that Isaac Brown's going to be the guy that carries this team. And hasn't really been the case. Like, to me, this team has really been carried by Chris Bell. It's very odd that a wide receiver is the dude that carries and sets the tone.
Well, you know,
for the
in
day.
Isaac Brown's defense, he was hurt for like 2 or 3 games.
That's true.
So he was out.
But
And
even
then-
before that, though,
and then
they
the
weren't
offensive
running the ball.
Then the offensive line just gave you nothing.
Yeah.
So it's hard to run the ball if the offensive line is not run blocking.
I mean, I think that number 0 is definitely a guy that's a tone setter. You know, the fact that when you get the ball into Chris Bell's hands, when you get the ball into even Trayshawn Hurry's hands or Dakari Collins or Colin Lacey, that quartet of wide receivers, those dudes make things happen. You know, like those guys honestly set the tone. You know, like,
He agrees.
hey, see, thank you. I appreciate that.
Dr. Schulter agrees.
I mean, they have, like, it's weird to see a team that everybody thought was going to be this power running team, but it's really the wide receivers that set the tone for the whole squad.
Fish are going fast and fish.
Hey, y'all heard that?
Ribs next.
That's what we're talking about right there, the fried ribs.
Hey, the fried ribs, absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. I thought about, hey, Doc, I have thought about them ribs for 365 days, bro.
From last homecoming.
Yeah. Literally. But no, it is very interesting because Louisville has had very few teams where that quartet of receivers, because I think it's all of them, including the tight ends, that really set the tone for this team. And when those guys get going, you know, and the opposing defense has to respect the passing game, that's what sets up those spaces for Isaac Brown to be able to get out there and do his thing in the running game. Because honestly, I think because, you know, you throw the pass, you know, you throw it to the crosser to Chris Bell. Chris Bell takes a crosser that looks like a 10, 15-yard completion
And
houses it. That changes all of your situations defensively, okay? Because now you're like, okay, we need to go ahead and roll these safeties back a little bit. We need to give a little bit more.
Or more importantly, you need to pull your linebackers up to stop that drag. But once you put the linebackers up, then that leaves you vulnerable right behind the linebackers for a good 10, 15, 20-yard completion.
Yeah, then, you know, you're so worried about Chris Bell, Trayshawn Hurry's wide open. Or, you know, Jaleel Skinner's wide open. Or Colin Lacey's wide open. And that's been the recipe for success. When Louisville's been able to do that, Haven, like, that sets up everything else.
And it's very simple. Like the drag route is not that complicated. You can tell when Louisville's going on a drag route because they'll either pull Chris Bell really close to the line.
Yeah.
Or they'll bring in Colin Lacey really close to the line. And that usually lets you know they're going to drag.
Yeah, well, and what they'll do is they'll always motion a guy. They'll either motion the slot receiver or they'll motion a tight end so they can get a look defensively to see if, are they in man, are they in zone. Anytime that they were in man last week versus Miami, as soon as they saw man, drag route.
Boom. It was it.
Every time. Every time.
I mean, watch Louisville's passing game is simple but devastating in its simplicity.
Yes.
Because the drag route really is that difficult. Like I said, all you do is instead of having Chris Bell wide, you bring him close. He's right next to the tight end. You send the tight end straight down the seam. Chris Bell
right
or Kyle Lacey drags. Yeah. So that either takes the safety or the linebacker. They cross up because they have to pick who they're going to get. Mm-hmm. And that's usually just enough time to hit them right over the middle. And it's an easy throw because for the quarterback, it's literally 1,000, 2, 1,000.
Go.
And he's right in front of you.
Yeah.
So, bam, with the ball. Or it's a quick out. Wide receiver goes about 2 or 3 yards, cuts right to the sideline, easy throw, safe throw, 1,000, 2, 1,000, out.
Yeah, I mean, and Louisville is blessed with hard runners. They're receivers that don't go down easy. Like Colin Lacey is a very powerful runner. Chris Bell's a very powerful runner. Trayshawn Hurry is a very powerful runner. Same with Dakari Collins. All these guys fight. Like they catch the ball and they're fighting for extra yards. They almost run like running backs, which is a huge gives a huge boost to Louisville because it's almost like the passing game is a part of the running game.
It is an extension of the way we pass the ball. It's literally almost an extension of the run because we really don't pass the ball deep. Like we're not hitting anybody for 30, 40 yards deep down the field.
Yeah.
Most of the throws you're going to see for Miller Moss are going to be 5, 10, maybe 15 yards.
Yeah.
And that's literally about it. Like very seldom are we hitting guys for 20, 30 yards deep. It's usually 5, 10, 15 yards. But once again, when you have offensive line that this year so far has been kind of suspect, the faster you can get the ball out, you can negate a defensive line. That's exactly what they did in Miami. Miami had an all-world defensive line, probably the best defensive line in ACC, right behind the University of Louisville defensive line, which is second best ACC. But you can neutralize their pass rushers by the quick 2-second hitters because they don't have time to rush.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, and that right there, that has been the recipe for success. And, I said it today on Wake Up 502 on 96.1 FM. I said that, for me, the only way that Louisville loses a game the rest of the year, and that's Boston College, that's everybody else down the way. I personally feel like if Louisville doesn't turn the ball over, I don't think anybody on the schedule can beat them. I don't care if we're talking about Clemson. I don't care if we're talking about SMU. Kentucky at the end of the year. It feels like this is a team that is good enough to win an ACC championship. And the key to that is just ball security. Take care of the ball. You don't have to go out there and score every time. Just go out there. Don't have the turnover. Don't have the pick six. Don't have the silly fumble. Take care of the ball. Take advantage when you can. And then punt it away and allow that defense to eat. It seems that simple.
And it is that simple. Sometimes you just got to kiss it. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Like Brom's first year.
Yeah.
We knew Jake Plummer had a hard time throwing anything over 15 yards.
Jack Plummer.
Whatever. One of the Plummer guys.
One of the Plummer boys.
Who's still in the NFL, and I don't know how. But, the passing game was not his specialty.
Yeah.
So we became a run-heavy team.
Yeah.
Just lean into it.
Yeah. I mean, just possess the ball. It's very odd that you can be a passing team and still be a possession-based offense. And that's what we have this year. Louisville's it's a very interesting team because it's so atypical. It's very odd because, last year was more like explosives. It was get the ball down the field to Corey Brooks. Those big passes over the Shuck. Shuck had the big arm.
And then you had
you had Chris Bell on the other side, and then you had you were so worried about Bell and Brooks on the outside that Isaac was able to kill you up the middle. Yeah. This team isn't really like that. They're not the explosive downfield attack team.
This team is more methodical.
Yes.
This is a team that Bobby Petrino 1.0 would have hated.
Yeah.
Because it's a very methodical, 10, 15 play team, and then hopefully get within 30 yards when the guys can break one and go.
Yeah, I mean, and that's been the thing. Look, what did we say? Jeff Brom has to be able to be disciplined. We talked about it in the work lead up to the Miami game that his biggest thing was don't get bored with the monotony of the short passing game and taking the 3 or 4 yards on the run play. Stick with it. Don't get greedy.
Don't get
Same
greedy.
thing with Miller Moss. Don't get greedy trying to hit the home run.
Just throw it away.
Just take the singles and the doubles. If you can take the singles and the doubles, at some point they're going to break.
Well, and that's what killed Miami, because the Miami game, Carson Beck got greedy.
Yes.
And he got greedy repeatedly.
Yes.
And that greed led to 4 interceptions.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, and that right there, I think that's who this Louisville team is. It may not, and that may just be painful to Jeff Brom's soul because he loves to throw the ball. He loves to get it down. But hey, you know what? Just enjoy it, revel in it. You know what I mean? You're a possession-based team. Scott Satterfield would love this team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh God, he would love this team.
I mean, this is a Scott Satterfield special. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of sensible salad offense.
All the way down the field.
All the way down the field. Just because you have the guys that can take advantage of it. You can just dink it and dunk it. And you know, the team can't stop it. You know, that was the one thing I said I learned a long time ago when I watched Teddy Bridgewater as the quarterback at Louisville. He was when I learned that the field is 30 yards wide, okay? So when you're dealing with a 30-yard wide field and a 20-yard box out, no defense, regardless of how athletic you are, can cover all of that space. So if you're Miller Moss and you just take your time, you have enough weapons to where somebody's going to be open every time if you just take what the defense is giving you and don't be greedy. So, you know, I think that's the thing. Don't be greedy, you know. Get your little snack box and keep it pushing. Like, you know, you don't got to fill up the whole plate for Thanksgiving. You know, just
get your juice box into the kids' table. Let's go.
Exactly. That's it. That's what it is this year. And I'm okay with that. That's proven to be what works. So, you know, don't make it more complicated than it has to be. Okay, so on the opposite side, the defensive side of the ball, Haven Arrington, this Louisville defense, are they the best defense in the ACC?
I would say right now, yes. I believe this is the best defense ACC. Had to think about
it. It's unbelievable.
Had to think about it because Miami says a good defense.
Yeah.
A really good defense.
They got torched last week.
But I would say we have the best. I would say Miami may have like a slightly better defensive line than us.
Yeah.
Just slightly better. But, man, our linebackers and DBs and coverage are money.
Yeah.
And they got hands. They can catch.
It's very interesting. They said that Brown had the defensive backs and the linebackers do a lot of drills where they were, you know, throwing the ball deep and having those guys kind of lay out to get, you know, to pick off. They actually practiced that during the offseason. That was something that they did every practice. And I mean, it seems to be paying off because
it shows.
It's the best hands I've ever seen on linebackers and defensive backs ever.
Is that Thaddeus? Straight from Texas. Everybody's favorite sitting right here. We got Thaddeus coming in.
There we go. And got the plate.
Come on in the shot. Come on in the shot.
Come on in here.
Hey, everybody's favorite tech guru. What's up? Check this jacket out. Check this plate out. Come here. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about here. This is not the most beautiful thing you ever seen right here. I'm telling you. There's Kelly Style there. Right? What's up, Kel?
Hey, how you doing?
Right here, look at that. Beautiful.
Mighty Tall chapter, Too Tough Tall chapter, Too Tough Tall chapter, Mighty Tall.
There we go.
There you go. Hey, everybody's having a great time.
I know, right?
Everybody's having I wish you all could see. You get a little snippet of what's going on back here, but there's a lot happening back here. Everybody's laughing, drinking, eating,
having a good time. Get some of that fish in, get some of them plates in.
Yes.
Got some AKs in the house.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a Delta floating around here someplace. We got the fine ladies of fine womanhood and Zeta Phi Beta here.
I mean, this is a beautiful show. That's what I'm talking about, Haven Harrison.
I'm telling you, man.
I love it.
That's how we do.
This is my favorite tailgate every year. Of all the places that we go and all the tailgates that we set up and all the live events.
It's not Clemson.
No.
It's definitely not Miami.
It's not Clemson. It's definitely not Notre Dame.
No, God, no.
This is literally my favorite tailgate every year.
You know what? We can talk about Notre Dame's tailgate a little bit later. That'd be like something to talk about with the summer because their tailgate. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you ever Notre Dame? You get to see touchdown Jesus and it's the history of Notre Dame. But man, everybody's super nice in Notre Dame. Don't get me. Everybody's like super nice and welcoming.
Absolutely.
But it's like a buttoned up wine and cheese pinky out tailgate. It just doesn't feel the same.
Nah, it ain't like this. They ain't got no bottle of Crown sitting over there on the table.
The only tailgate that can compete with the Phi Beta Sigma homecoming U of L tailgate, maybe when we go down to Tallahassee for FAMU.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, FAMU tailgate's legit.
Yeah,
but still, like this is still number one. And in the power rankings, absolutely, Phi Beta Sigma is number one.
That's right.
With a bullet, absolutely. All right, so Haven Heritage. So you think Louisville has maybe the best overall defense? You feel like Miami has a little bit better defensive line. So, as far as this defense is concerned, against Boston College, Bill O'Brien. They don't really do anything well.
It's hard to match I do with the NFL.
Like they're talking about their backup running back had a good game last game. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Like, they don't really do anything well. So, like, defensively, what are you looking for? Like, it feels like this is a game where Boston College is going to try to slow this thing down. They're going to try to slow it down. They're going to try to possess the clock as long as they can. Like, I mean, who is your who is the most important guys in a game like this? Like, who needs to play well?
Because you're not going to try to run the
big
ball.
Uglies?
It's the big uglies up front because they're going to try to run the ball.
Yeah.
So it's your defensive lines and linebackers. And I don't think, they're going to try to run the ball. They really don't have any type of passing attack at all.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I don't know what Boston College honestly do to win the game. I mean, outside of hope that Louisville turns the ball over.
Yeah.
And we gift them some touchdowns like we gifted Virginia 14 points.
Right.
We may be able to gift them 14 points and keep them in the game.
Yeah.
Other than that, they should not be in the game. Unless we shoot ourselves in the foot, which is highly probable.
Or possible.
Yes. They should not be in the game.
Yeah, I when I look at this, it's such to look at Boston College's numbers. This is depressing. This is like, God, this is a terrible football team. I mean, their uniforms are boring. Their offense is boring. I mean, Thomas Castellanos is gone. He's the quarterback for Florida State. He was like the only interesting thing about the Boston College.
He was their offense.
He was everything. He was the whole football program. Like now with him being gone, like I just don't know. Like I know you take everybody seriously, and I know that over the last 2 years we've seen this happen. But like to me, is when you have a very good defense. This is the thing. When you have a team that's defense first,
you can take chances.
You can take chances. You can have screw ups. Like even when you look back at the Pittsburgh game, Louisville had a great defense that year. Okay, year one under Jeff Brom. Louisville was in that Pittsburgh game to the end, even though they had a fumble that was returned for a touchdown. They had an interception that was returned for a touchdown. They were still right there. They still could have won it.
Even against Virginia, they were still in the game when it gave them 14 points.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like it doesn't make you upset proof. But it's fair. You have to mess up really bad to lose the bad team.
It gives a lot of margin.
When you have a great defensive team.
You have a lot of margin for error with a good defense.
Yes. Yes.
We saw that only Charlie Strong with that defense was strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the biggest thing about this team is that because they're a defensive-led football team, it's very hard to get upset especially when you have a great offensive coach like Brown, because he's going to put up points. They put up 24 points in what is it now, like 20 straight games?
24 straight games.
24 straight games where they have scored 24 points or more. By far the longest streak in the nation. I believe the second closest team, I think, has 10 straight, I believe. It's insane what they've been able to do. So, I mean, when you have a great defensive football team, they're only averaging as a team giving up 21 points per game. But if you take away the defensive touchdowns, like the one Tisdale got week one, the two that Pittsburgh got, the two that Virginia got, the one that Pittsburgh got, if you take those 4 touchdowns away that they gave up directly to the defense, Louisville's averaging they're only giving up 16 points per game.
It's crazy.
So when you have a defense that's only giving up 16 points per game against anybody they play, and you have an offense that's scoring 24 points per game at minimum, do the math. You don't lose.
Not often.
You don't lose. Not often at all. That's
unless you shoot yourself in the foot.
Yes. You have to really shoot yourself over and over again. You have to shoot yourself multiple times.
Which we did against Virginia.
Yes.
We shot ourselves multiple times, which we almost did against Pitt earlier in the season.
Yes. Yes. But it takes that. It takes that because this team is that good. I really do. To me, this Louisville team should win an ACC championship this year. Now that they got past Miami, they got that big win down in South Florida. They should win an ACC championship.
They should not lose.
That being said,
I would say this: they should technically not lose another game.
Yes,
but to get ACC championship, I don't know.
Well, I was going to say there's still 2 undefeated teams. So SMU went down today. So that was one of the teams that we had on upset alert. Talked about them going on the road at Wake Forest.
Virginia should have lost.
Virginia should have lost today.
But UNC once again have found a way to grab defeat out of the jaws of victory.
As badly as UNC screwed up that game, it still came down to the running back stretching out for a 2-point conversion and literally came as close to the line as possible without getting the ball into the end zone. Is how close Virginia came to losing today.
Well, no, actually, what really killed them is this the second week in a row.
Yeah.
The second week in a row.
Where the wide receiver fumbles going into the end zone.
Going to the end zone.
Yes.
He had a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he fumbled into the end zone.
Instead of a touchdown, you have a touchback.
They scored a touchdown, the game's over.
Yeah. If they would have scored the touchdown against UVA, that the game, it's a completely different ball game. It was a very ugly game, and like I said, and this is the thing, Haven, I will be honest with you. I don't think any of those 3 teams coming into the day, SMU, Virginia, Georgia Tech, I don't think any of the 3 are that good. Georgia Tech is ranked number 7. Is Georgia Tech the number 7?
I don't think so, bro. Only reason Georgia Tech's number 7 because they beat Clemson when Clemson was still supposed to be that playoff team.
Yes, literally. That's their whole thing, right? It's just that they beat Clemson. And Clemson sucks. They're terrible.
Hold up. Is this only Delta I see in the house? Is this Dr. Joy McAtee? Oh, here she comes. Dr. Joy, come here for a second. Trying to say hi to all the people. Come close. There you go. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
It's doing good. It's always good to see a UK grad come down here and hang out with those little people down here in Louisville.
Well, the University of Louisville is my school as well. So this is where I'm pursuing my doctoral degree. So
and it's Dr. McAtee
coming as well.
So there you go. You're enjoying yourself, having fun.
Of course, I am. It's a great show and the weather's not too cold. So it's a good time. Phi Beta Sigma has been a great host and celebrating an important milestone with 100 years. So congratulations for that.
There you go. Didn't you celebrate your 50th? Wasn't Delta the 50th at UK?
Yes. New Epsilon chapter of the University of Kentucky of Louisville. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary, my 15th as a Delta. So yeah, it was a great time. Great event.
There we go. Joy, turn around. Need to get this shirt on the camera so you can check her out. Right here, your girl. You want to find her. She's all the interwebs. Joy McAtee's right here. It's easy to find, easy to see. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to have you here. We'll see you soon.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the invitation.
Of course. Thank you.
There you go.
No, you got to say it loud and proud.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Go-karts.
Yeah.
That sounds too professional. Get out of here. Get out of here. The tailgate. It's too professional. Go-karts.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, man. All right, David. So let's get down to it. It's very, I ain't gonna lie to you. Doing a Boston College pregame is very difficult because this is
But you know what's probably become easier in about 7 minutes.
What happens in 7 minutes?
Because for 7 minutes, we say goodbye to all you good people. Fair. And then we're going to get some of these fried ribs.
Fair. Absolutely. I like it. So, all right. So we talked about the offense. We talked about the defense. Give me What's going to happen? Give me Haven's breakdown. I want Haven's thoughts on what's going to happen, who's going to be the important players. Give me an offensive MVP, give me a defensive MVP, give me a score prediction for everybody. So give me how this thing is going to go.
So I'm going to go score prediction first and go back from there.
Okay.
So my score prediction is this: U of L 35, Boston College 14.
14.
I am keeping up to what I predicted on Thursday
Yep.
at our Wake Up 502 After Dark broadcast, only because I think that we will turn the ball over and then Boston College get a cheap score.
Yes.
So that's the only reason I'm giving them 14 points.
Okay.
I think we'll score 35. I think we'll be methodical. I think we'll control the ball. I think with Boston College trying to lengthen the game, it's kind of short our possessions. That's why I don't give us more than 35 points in this game.
Okay.
Offensive MVP, I'm trying not to say Chris Bell, so I expect to have a great game.
That's the low-hanging fruit.
Low-hanging fruit. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to go with, you know what? I think the running game amps it up. I think Brown is really going to focus on trying to get Isaac Brown loose.
Okay.
Because if you get Isaac Brown loose in this game, that's going to make everybody watch out for him next game. It's really going to open the passing attack when you go to SMU and when Clemson comes in town.
Yeah.
The other two big teams on the schedule. So I'm going to go with Isaac Brown, have another big game, have about 126 yards, 1 or 2 touchdowns.
Okay. I like that. So for me, I just see domination. And I think I say that because I just think that Louisville understands that just don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. And I'm going to be honest with you. If they don't turn the ball over and they punt the ball away, even when they get stopped on drives,
Boston College
I don't think Boston College can drive the field and score a point. Then, thus, my prediction, I think Louisville gets their first shutout of the season. What? I'm calling Louisville 42-0. 42-0. I'm calling it.
You know what? Our intern Dre will be very proud of you with that pick because he's always putting a little the blink somebody.
Death, doom, and destruction. The 3 Ds.
That's right, baby. 3 Ds of football. 3 Ds of football. Death, doom, and destruction. You know it.
I feel like this is going to finally be the opportunity where Louisville football puts the throat, the foot on the throat and finishes. This is a Boston College team that is basically quit playing. They lost to UConn last week. They are hapless. They are rudderless. They don't care. So if they go out in this first quarter and Louisville gets up, say, 14-0, I just don't feel like there's going to be
over.
Yeah, like I just feel like
they can't come back.
They're going to lay down. I just feel like they're going to lay down, and that's the way I see it. As I look at the numbers, I don't feel like this is a team that should score. So, as long as Louisville stays away from the silly turnover, the silly bobbled ball, and I think that especially Isaac Brown is going to put 2 hands on football. I think that's going to be a thing for him today. So if Isaac Brown doesn't put it on the grass, and Miller Moss has finally gotten away from the goofy turnover, I just give me Louisville to win. I think offensive MVP. I have been trying to get Miller Moss this MVP for weeks.
He refuses to take it.
He refuses to take it, but he's interestingly enough, without Miller Moss, Louisville does not win their last 3 games. They need him, but he can never be perfect.
No,
he can never go out there and be the man. This is a Boston College team that you should be able to go out there and look like Superman today. Even Jack Plummer looked great against Boston College 2 years ago.
He did.
It was his biggest game. It was a 4-touchdown game. I think he threw for almost 400 yards. It was an amazing game. So I'm going once again, MVP Miller Moss. He's going to throw 5 touchdown passes.
What?
5 touchdown passes today.
You are. I don't know what you've been smoking.
5 of them things. This is going to be the Miller Moss game.
Those 5 of them things, and I can see that. Before I can see 5 touchdowns.
5 things in terms of touchdowns, not Roman Kelly things as in interceptions. So 5 touchdown passes. Miller Moss is the MVP, and everybody's going to finally get off my man's back. He's going to get that boy is good Player of the Week trophy.
We'll see, but hey, I want everybody to tune in to us Every Tuesday night, we do our main event, our main event after dark. Wake up 502 after dark. Subscribe to YouTube channel.
Yes.
We're broadcasting live. And every Saturday morning, 9 to 11, 96.1 FM. Tune in to your #1 weekend sports show. That's right.
That's right.
We are the #1 weekend sports show. Tune in to us every Saturday from 9 to 11 as we break down cards, cats, NBA, NFL, Wings, baseball, boxing, MMA, the whole nine. And every Tuesday night, once again, check us out. Every every Sunday night, Main Event Combat's podcast is on the YouTubes. So check us out, Main Event Combat with the K, as we break down all the boxing, MMA that goes on in this area. We've had some great interviews so far. Katie Marks is the host, does an amazing job. So check us out. So much going on, so much content to consume. One place to find it.
There we go, hey man. So hey, you know what? Let's get ready. Let's go Cards. Let's get this win today. And like we like to end every show, without struggle,
there is no progress. With the blue fight.
Hey, congratulations on 100 years. There
we out.
We out. Peace.
Let's cover the top beverage. We head to the game and drink like it's